Five giving up the lead there. They're sweets. They're not chocolate, they're sweets. Well done if you got that. Remember, 2 bonus points at the end of this round if you get all 12 correct. Here's the next bonus question for you. 3 points if you get it right, lose 3 if you get it wrong. Here it is. Cadbury are perhaps best known for making what? Lots of 3 points going out in this one. It's B, chocolate. Chocolate, Cadbury chocolate. Bit of an easier one there for you. On we go. That's the last bonus question. 3 more to go. Question 10. Which 1991 film starred Sean Astin, Will Wheaton and Andrew Divoff? Second time Samwise Gamgee's made an appearance tonight. Well, I don't know if you got that. It's P, Toy Soldiers. 1991 film. Toy Soldiers. Whoa, we've got 100 viewers all of a sudden. Where did that come from? I don't know if Twitch is playing up. Question 11. During his presidency, what was the name of Bill Clinton's family cat? Has someone just raided me and not told me? A lot of people getting this one right. Lots of points going out. The correct answer was, of course, O, socks. Well done. Twitch is playing up. Your stream went down briefly. Oh, well, I'm glad answers are still coming through. Back at 52, which is good. Question 12. What is our friend Matt the Ref most likely to do if you don't play by the rules? Well, Matt underscore the underscore ref. Yes, he's going to book you if you don't play by the rules. G, book was the right answer. The end of the round, the Red Herrings. A, orange. E, iPhone. F, mince pie. And I, wine. That's the end of round 1. People loving themselves some fish quiz. I just glanced at the recent donkeys are aliens. I just glanced at the Google Chrome and it said we had 100 viewers. So far too long at the poker question looking for royal flush. No wine question. No, I'm not abstaining at all. I'm drinking plenty of wine, but no bonus points going out at the end of the round. Nobody getting a clean sheet there, but at the end of the round, Storm Vision, Lupine, It's Not the Pum and Ben all have 14. Very, very strong start. Prugs is on 13. Quizzy Dan and Cola, Dogfish Connor all on 12. Kegler, Mogra, Innis, Clive all on 11. Naked Grammar, ABME, We Like Shapes, DJ, DC Simmons, Anna Podonuevo all on 10. Sheldon, Matt, Samster, Ben's J, 8 Mickey, now cut that out all on 9. Soccer Space is on 8. Silent Marie, and I've remembered this time is on 7. Amy's on 6. Jay White, I think that was, with no avatar, was on 6. Drew Day Tom's on 5. Gruff Collar's on 4, as is Puzzle Dan. Yes, I think I got all the names. Boom. Still don't get poker and nuts. Can someone explain this? So the nuts is just the name. Poker's got lots of nicknames for hands. So if you've got the best possible hand on a given board, if you've got the floppers come down and there is no way, or the flop and the turn of the river, if there is no possible hand that can beat you, you have got the nuts. I imagine the etymology is similar to the dog's bollocks, which is an expression meaning the best. So the dog, the bollocks, the nuts. As Clive is saying, probably the dog's bollocks. Yeah, that's my guess as well. I don't know. That's a guess. That's just a hunch. But if you've got the dog's bollocks, it's really good. Bollocks traditionally is a good British swearer. Bollocks. Our dog is telling us that she does not have bollocks because she is a girl and she's been spayed as well. But bollocks is generally a bad thing in British. The dog's bollocks, though, is really good. So the dog's bollocks, the nuts, I imagine, is a similar etymological route. Oh, that trips off the tongue very nicely. Similar etymological. Ooh.
The badger's chutney.
The badger's chutney. Bollocks does equal oh fuck. Yes, you're quite right there. I'm glad. I don't know if that's you filtering or Twitch doing the filtering there, but UK makes much sense. It does, doesn't it, JY? Anyway, that's the end of round 1, and hopefully you all have fun with that round. Let's go on to round 2. So we had Christmas carols last time. This time we've got, just going straight to the Bible here, the first Christmas is this round. You're a responsible viewer. I appreciate that, Matt the Ref. The family-friendly tag is off. Sounds like sounds like a load of bollocks. What, the first Christmas, Connor? Possibly. Who knows? Who am I to judge? But the first Christmas, this is all about the Christmas story. Clark will give it too bad if you say fuck. Come on, Catholic school. You know, DJ, I went to a Catholic school as well, Catholic primary school and secondary school. I was an altar boy, but from the age of 13, I started getting paid to go to church when I started playing the organ. Well done, Matt. Very nice. Fuckity fuck one. I'm assuming that's meant to be an exclamation mark. Anyway, this is all about the first Christmas and characters pertaining there. So if you've got some peripheral knowledge of the Christmas story, you may do quite well. If not, this may be a bit trickier. We will find out. So, rules for round 2. If you get it right in the first 5 seconds, you get 3. The next 5 seconds, you get 2. The last 5 seconds, you get 1. So the faster you answer, the more points you get. Again, you just need A through P. What else needs to be a thing? If you abstain, no change to your score. There are 3 bonuses in the round where the time bonus is taken away. And if there's a bonus question, you just get a flat rate of 5 points, no time. However, if you get one wrong, you don't lose points. However, it does freeze you out of the next question. So if you get a question wrong, you're frozen out, you get no points, and you are frozen out of the next question. So if you're not sure, play carefully because it could cost you plenty of points moving forward. We're soliciting for donations from Clive. The £2 that is owed to Matt is Matt sold his debt to me. DJ teaches in a Catholic school. It may very well help you here, DJ. Think back to the nativity where you might have been cast as a palm tree because there were too many infants. That's a really solid argument, Proogs. Dylan's been a donkey in a school nativity. I was one of the wise men. I've been a wise man when I was in nursery school. There's a photo of me looking really, really pissed off at being on stage. Anyway, let's have some answers. Round 2 is... I do actually have a story. Oh, go on quick. Before I reveal the answers, what's the story? This is back when I was very
White was
a tree.
You were a tree. I was actually I was actually asked to be a Mary in a nativity once, and when it came to... I was only about 5, 6 at the time, and when it came to the actual day of performing it, I copped a massive strop, got massive stage fright, and refused to go on. So there had to be one of the adults had to fill in as Mary.
there was a joke where I went to school because I grew up in the Midlands in Burton-on-Trent, and there was a joke that we couldn't do a secondary school nativity in Stapenhill. Because you'd never find 3 wise men and a virgin there. Boom, boom!
I can't imagine Meg's throwing a strop.
I can't imagine Meg's throwing a strop. Yeah. G.I.'s played Joseph and Judas.
That's amazing.
That is some contrasted casting there, G.I.'s. Well, we're having a lovely chat and everyone's friends, and this is really fun to actually reminisce about what we did in school nativities. But you want some answers. Round 2 is the first Christmas. Here are your options, all 16 of them. Herod, Michael, Philip, Mary Magdalene, thank you very much for the bits. I will continue going through the answers in a minute. Clive a Legend, 200 bits. Thank you very much, Clive. And thank you, Matt, for swearing on my behalf and causing Clive to donate those bits. Very kind of you. I'll make it £10 if you'll yell Fanny at a bishop, Matt. With you now, Matt. He has his limits. Herod, Michael, Philip, Mary Magdalene, David, Jesus, Elizabeth, Isaiah, John, Joseph, Jonah, Simeon, Gabriel, Innkeeper, Wise Men, and Shepherds. Those are the options. This is all to do with the first Christmas story according to the various Gospels and carols you may have heard. Good luck, have fun. A through P is what you need to Persephone's Twitch spot. Eyes on the chat. And remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get here. If you get it wrong, you're frozen out of the next round. Good luck, have fun. Round 2, the first Christmas. Here's question number 1. Who gave the order to kill all infant children in order to stop a new king from threatening their throne? Nice easy start. Hopefully a Herod was the right answer. Well done if you got that one right. No freeze outs on that round. Here's question 2. Who were the first people to visit the infant Jesus? Oh! Splitting the room like Brexit here. I can't stop the game. It wasn't the NHS, it was P, the Shepherds. The Shepherds went to visit the infant Jesus. Lots of freeze outs there, not the wise men. Oh, and you're frozen out of a bonus question. 5 points if you can get this one right. Flat rate, no timer. Number 3, described as an honourable man who travelled with Mary to Bethlehem. It was J. Joseph, again an appropriately placed letter there. J for Joseph. Travelled from Nazareth to Bethlehem. On we go. Question number 4. Everyone back in. The town where Jesus was born was known as the City of whom? Just Grafficalo getting that one wrong. For unto you is born this day in the city of David. From Messiah there. E. David was the answer. On we go. Bad luck, Grafficalo. You're frozen out of another bonus question. Flat rate of 5 points if you get this one right. Question 5. Before giving birth to Jesus, Mary went to visit her cousin. What was their name? New leader. Storm Vision takes the lead. G. Elizabeth was the right answer, from where we get the Magnificat from. Very good. A few freeze outs here. Question number 6. Who was the devout Jew who, after seeing Jesus during his presentation, decided he could now die in peace? We're getting into the real nitty-gritty, the post-nativity stuff. This one doesn't happen on Christmas morning in church, a few weeks later. Well done if you got this. It was El Simeon, the Song of Simeon, where we get the Nunc Dimittis from, Choral Evensong from. Well done if you got that one. Trickier question in this round. And if you're frozen out, bad luck, you're frozen out of the third bonus. It was a very cheery question. 5 points if you get this one right. Number 7, what did Mary call her child? If you're frozen out of this one, bad luck. 3 points. Hopefully. Puzzle Dan got this one wrong. It was F Jesus. She really did call him Jesus. Puzzle Dan getting this one wrong. Freeze themselves out of this next question. Question 8. Who brought symbolic gifts of gold, frankincense and myrrh to honour the newborn Jesus? There's the answer to the last question. Hopefully most was getting that one right. It was, oh, the wise men. Gold, frankincense, and more. The gold, frankincense is not enough. We need more. Question 9. Who eventually offered Jesus' family a place to stay? Most of us getting that one right there. It was N, the innkeeper. Yes, the innkeeper. There was no room at the end. He said, have me barn. Me barn's fine. You can stay there. Question 10. Which angel brought the news to Mary that she was to give birth to the Messiah? Huh? Yes. Sorry, Megs just said something very funny. M. Gabriel, the angel Gabriel, was the answer. Just Clive and Ben. Clive and Ben saying not Gabriel, they were frozen out. Opponent waving puzzle, don't get that wrong. Question 11. What was the name of the person who heralded Jesus' birth? Oh, we're delving into the Gospel of Mark a little bit here. Is it Mark? I think it's Mark. Only a few people get this. With John the Baptist. I prepare ye the way of the Lord, make straight his paths. Last question for you. Question 12. In the Old Testament, which prophet foretold the birth of the Messiah? It was not the innkeeper. Gold, frankincense and more, all for 3 easy payments. Well done if you got that one right. 8, Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah. The red herrings in that round, Michael, Philip, Mary Magdalene and Jonah were the red herrings. That's the end of round 2. I need to have a sit down. DC Simmons getting all the correct answers there. The first time we see that in a while, which is why we've got the little flip around there. DC Simmons getting all the correct answers and getting some bonus points and taking the lead with that. DC Simmons, kudos to you, my friend, into first place with 46, just pipping Stormvision there, 45. So the reason I sort of started corpsing in the middle of that round was, okay, so as you may know, we live above a computer shop. And during this whole lockdown thing, I've sort of struggled for work. My entire industry, the music industry, has sort of collapsed overnight. So I've not done a huge amount of sort of paid work since sort of March. And the guy who owns the shop downstairs is an IT shop, and he's quite a personable guy, but he's a bit ebullient. He's a bit like a bull in a china shop, and he's slightly egocentric. And he'll do this thing. We make jokes about it all the time. He'll say, "Oh, morning, Ben. How you doing?" He sort of talks like that. He's from Kingston, you see, so I can't do a London accent. Apologies to anyone from London, but he sort of talks a bit like that. And it's like, I said, "Morning, Rob. How you doing?" "Oh, I'm all right, Ben. How's things for you?" I said, "Well, actually, not so good, Rob. I haven't worked, for like 6 months, and we're struggling to pay the mortgage and stuff. We're okay, but we say this. So we're struggling to pay the mortgage, and Megs is going to lose her job." And he's like, "Oh, that sucks. You know what? We had to have the pool regrouted last week." I hope he's not watching the stream. I don't think he is. And a genuine, I shit you not, one thing he said to me a few weeks ago is that because we've not been able to go away on holiday this year, we normally have like 4 or 5 holidays a year. We'd go to Cape Verde and we'd go to Mallorca, but we've not been able to go away this year. So all the money we've saved, I've had the pool regrouted. I was like, that's great, Rob. That's all very funny, but the reason Megs came up is I just want to give you some context for who this guy is, because he's quite friendly, and he helps pay the water bill and stuff. But we had the innkeeper. Meg said he'd be a really funny innkeeper, because he'd be like, "Nah, you can't stay. There's no room at the end. We've got a barn. The barn will be fine for you. You're pregnant. If you're about to give birth, you go stay in the barn. That'll be fine."
I won't charge you off.
I won't charge you. I won't charge you. You can just stay in the barn. It's always good. Just imagine him being that guy if the Messiah were to come again in COVID-ridden Great Britain. I thought that'd be very funny. Anyway, that's my story. I hope you enjoyed my amusing story.
We found it funny.
I thought it was funny. It's an image. Give birth in the back of a computer shop. That would be the modern Jesus story, wouldn't it? Anyway, I hope you don't think I'm coming across too preachy here. It's Christmas. I've got to talk about the Christmas story at some point. Make us last since 2019. I hope so, Matt. DC Simmons is in the lead at the halfway point with 46. Storm Vision's got 45. And then quite a sizable gap down to Proogs on 37. The end is coming on 36, who is, I believe, DJ Coda's got 34, Dogfish 33, along with Apodo Nuevo and Pum and Ben and ABME and Connor. Ennis on 32, it's Otley 31, Cyclespace 31, Lupine 131 are going to stop at the top 2 rows. Wow, all very exciting. We've got all the God stuff out of the way. The God round is done. The Christmas story, I don't think it'll be coming up again, maybe peripherally. But because I recognise it's not just a monotheistic community. Some people are atheists, some people are Jewish, some people are Islam, and all sorts of religions here. So, I'll try and keep it balanced. But I thought I'm going to get one round in there on the Christian Christmas story because that's how personally I know it. So, don't want any none of the God stuff at Christmas. Heaven forfend, Proogs. Let's go on to round number 3. All the presents with an exclamation mark. You need a foot red emoji. What's a foot red emoji, Matt? I don't know what a foot red emoji is. Consumerism. This is consumerism. Round 3 is all the presents. A reminder how this round works. Round 3, there are only 9 options rather than... Oh, a red card. That one. Oh, I see. Foot red as opposed to foot yellow, foot yellow, foot yellow, foot red. Yeah, I'm with you now. The yellow card. Nice. Round 3, there are only 12 answers and 9 questions, so there are 3 red herrings in this round rather than the conventional 4. You have not got any bonuses in this round, however, this is the accumulator round. The first question you get correctly is worth 1, the next question is worth 2, the next question is worth 3. If you abstain, it doesn't break your accumulator. If you get it wrong, it does break your accumulator. So right, wrong, right will go 1, 2, 0, 1. Right, abstain, right will go 1, 2, 0, 3. So if you're not sure, remember it does break your accumulator if you get it wrong, so maybe play it a little bit cautiously. Round 3 is all the presents. Here are the options. And I'm deliberately not going to read these. I'm going to let you read these. I'll give you a few seconds. How did Darth Vader know what his son bought him for Christmas? He felt his presence. Maybe I will read them. Preset, President, Prestige, Precedent, Priest, Presently, Presser, Present, Present, Presto. Have fun with this one. I wanted to get a wordplay round in somewhere, and it's got into round 3, all the presents. So, look carefully. A through L is all you need for this one. Remember, as soon as the question is live in the chat, the question is live. Whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot. Accumulator round. 5 points if you can get all 9 correct. Tread carefully. Good luck. Have fun. Round 3 is all the presents. Here's question number 1. What word indicates that a piece of music should be played very fast? Might as well have a go at this first question, nothing to lose. No freeze-outs in this round. Most known that. El Presto, which means now, is a literal translation. Purple if you're on an accumulator, blue if you're not. Number 2, in the Coronation Anthem by Handel, what is Zadok? Well, if you know that is E, priest. Zadok the priest. Zadok the priest. And Nathan the prophet anointed Solomon king. On we go. Question number 3. Poland, Somalia, Yemen and Germany all have what in common? New leader, Stormwitch back in the lead. Be president. They've all got a president. Would you believe? I only know of Angela Merkel, who's the chancellor, but apparently Germany do have a president. Question 4. What is the 2006 film directed by Christopher Nolan and starring Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale? Not the same president. No, not the same president, presumably. It's C, Prestige. And Matt, they don't use it for the Champions League, but the tune that they do use for the Champions League is a pastiche of that piece. Question number 5. If you think there's a ghost in the room, you might refer to it as a what? Yes, it pastiche that piece, Matt. It's not actually the same piece, but it is very, very similar. Of course, you might think there is K, a presence. There's a presence. I felt your presence. On we go. Question 6. If somebody is not absent, they are what? Read carefully. Don't get this one mixed up. Evening, Topper 1. Merry Quizmas to you as well, my friend. Welcome. Just in time for the end of the last game tonight. If they're not absent, they are, of course, present. 3 more in this round. Question 7. What is the French word for ready? And remember, there is a bonus of 5 points if you can find all 9 correct answers. 5 points will be added to your score if you get them all right. It is prêt, as in prêt à manger, which means ready to eat. Oh, sorry, Topper 1. It'll be back, don't worry. Question 8. Used often in law, what name is given to an action undertaken at an earlier date that functions as an example of how to act now? Well, it is, of course, a precedent. You set a precedent for something that happened in the past. It can happen in the future. Last question, question 9. What was the nickname of former Deputy Prime Minister of the UK, John Prescott? Most of us getting that. It was G. Prezza. He was called Prezza, as was his autobiography. Red Herrings there. A preset, F presently, and I press. That's the end of round 3. A lot of points. Look like some bonuses going out there as well. Storm Vision is back in the lead with 95. Proogs is in second with 87. Coda's got 84. Innis 82 along with DC Simmons. Mogra's got 80. Now cut that out on 79. Lots of points going out there. And all good fun, hopefully. Lots of P's. There's an issue with the answer squares on my screen. No L, no L, no L, no L. Boo. Boo that man! No, I appreciate dad puns. Very nice in this. 7 and 9, that's the best round yet. Well played, Naked Grandma. It is a strong lead from Storm Vision at 95. However, applause and boos in equal measure. However, there is one more round to go, and this one could make all the difference. Let's go to the final round. The final round is the 10 red herrings and 6 genuine days of Christmas. You may have noticed, no stat bot needed, no stat bot needed in this game, but you may have noticed we've not had a picture round yet. That is going to change in this round. It should be fairly self-explanatory. Let me just explain the rules once again. You've got 90 seconds to submit the 6 answers that fit in with the category or the category criteria that is going to be given to you in just a moment. No commas, spaces, punctuation or full stop in between. Just a straight 6 answers as a single string to Persephone's Twitch bar. Anything other than that and it won't be processed. If you get all 6, you get 50 points. The next person to get all 6 gets 45. The next gets 40 and so on. We continue this until there are no points left to give out. So 10 players have got it right or we run out of time. You've got 90 seconds in order to find all the right answers. If you get it wrong, the bot will ping you and tell you how many you got right and you'll be frozen out for 5 seconds with another attempt therein. We could still have winners from anyone from sort of Clive of Legend could force a tie upwards. Cycle Space upwards could win it still from this point. 50 points if you get it right, 45 for second, and then 40 and so on, losing 5 for every subsequent correct answer. The final round is the 10 red herrings and 6 genuine days of Christmas. For example, it's about saying A, B, C, D, E, F would be an example of an answer just as a single string. It's not case sensitive, so uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. Good luck, have fun. The final round for this evening, the 10 red herrings and 6 genuine days of Christmas. Here are the options. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Question. Identify the 6 pictures that accurately depict gifts received from my true love in the traditional, i.e. the Austin 1909 edition of the 12 Days of Christmas. Look carefully. Look carefully at the pictures. We've got a 2. We've got a 4 from Cycle Space, a 4 from Quizzy Dan, a 4 from DJ, 5 from Clive of Legend. 5 from ABME now. 5 from Dogfish. 5 from It's Otley. We're under a minute left. No one's got the point yet. I feel certain somebody must, though. A lot of looking is required here. 5 from Cola. A 5 from ABME. A 5 from Crufacalo. Somebody, surely. 30 seconds to go. Come on. There we go. Storm Vision is the first, getting 50 points, followed by ABME for 45. Any more? You've got 20 seconds left to find them. There's another 6. Clive the Legend has found all 6. Well played. A 5 from 8 Minky and from Sheldon here. 5 from It's Sotley. 5 from Cola. 15 seconds to go. We've got 3 players who found all the answers. Any more? 5 from Innes. 5 from Dogfish. Another 6. 8 Minky has found all 6, getting 35 points. Couple of seconds to go. And that is time. 4 players finding the correct answers. Let's reveal what the answers were. So you've got G, that's 10 lords a leaping. H, 8 maids a milking. K, 3 French hens. L, a partridge in a pear tree. M, 2 turtle doves. And P, 12 drummers drumming. French bloody hens, I know. I love that picture so much. The French hens there. Didn't see the 3rd hen at the bottom. Ah, yes, there was a little sneaky hen at the bottom there. People only seen 2 hens, but there are definitely 3 in there. You really like that one, not just because you got it. I was a big fan of that round. Struggle with all the D's. There's so many. There are 10 of them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a genuine photo of 10 lords a leaping. So at the end of that, Storm Vision was in the lead. You've noticed a bug, Connor. What's your bug? Tell me about this bug. Did I have a wrong answer in there? What's the bug? Or is there like a ladybird on your screen? That woman on top of the counting points on how Minka works. If you type letters that are out of the range of answers, yeah. Better get a bigger screen next time. That could help. Big screens are helpful. They're still counted. Yes, it only counts the characters. So if the string you submit is... Basically, it's how the logic works is that the logic is a string of 6 characters. So if you type asterisk, 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 it will still process it, but it will say, or TUVWXY, it will still process that as a 6-character submission, but it won't recognise any of them as being in the correct answer, so you'll just get 0 for it. So as long as it's 6 characters, it's fine. So if you want to absolutely check one, you could go A ... and that will tell you definitely whether A is a correct answer or not. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I'll change the logic for next time so that it'll only accept A through P.
Everyone write that down.
Everyone's going to write it down. It does sound a bit exploitable, actually. Yes, so A. When I did the first pilot episode, typing A, if A was a correct answer, that would have flagged you as correct, because it would have counted all 6 of them. Thank you for pointing this out. I didn't think this was a bug, but now I know it's an exploitation potential. I might squash this. I might squash it and make it so that it only processes A through P, so if you type anything beyond P, then it won't accept it. I'll have a think. Because actually, if you're going to do the AAA, it will still recognise A as being correct, but maybe I need to get it to return if you type the same letter more than once. I'll give that some thought. It's a good point. I don't want people to try and exploit the game, but nothing to worry about. AAB, if you know A is wrong, that will tell you if B is correct. Yeah, so potentially exploit. I mean, given the time frame of 90 seconds, it's not really. I mean, it's not busted. I wouldn't say it's busted. And the 5-second freeze out, so you've got that penalty as well. So, I mean, that's a lot to go through to try and brute force your way to it. I'll bear that in mind. I'll try and make some changes for next time. The lockout does prevent abuse because you've got that 5-second lockout and you can't get back in until then. But anyway, interesting having a game theory chat there. But at the end of that, leading going into round 4 and first to get the correct answer in round 4. Very many congratulations to Storm Vision. Well, very, very well done there to Storm Vision. Joining Now Cut That Out and the Lupine one in not only cementing their names in the Persephone Chair Discord Hall of Fame, which you can come and join right there. But they will also get a £5 sub to a Twitch channel of their choice. Doesn't have to be this one. Any channel that you like, I will give you a gift sub for a month. So I'll be in touch with you probably tomorrow now. But very, very well done to all of you. I hope you had fun playing. And to everybody, I hope you had fun playing Red Herrings. It's been a real blast writing these questions. And like I say, I came out today, I think I've peaked with Christmas trivia. I don't think it's going to get better than this. This is some of the best I've done, I think. But I was really happy coming out of these question packs. I think they're fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed them as well. So, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning. That is going to be the end of the evening. It's 10:15, so we're just about on time there. Don't forget stuff coming up. You've got Hit It with Toe Boy and Yoshi. Good to hear that. Thank you, mate. Hit it with Yoshi and Toadboy in an hour or so, maybe an hour or two. Do go check them out. Red Herrings will be back before the end of season 2, which is stenciled in for the end of January. At some point, I'm going to tell you about the big event I've got planned for the end of season 2, which is going to be towards the end of January, but not yet. I may even announce that on my Christmas special on Boxing Day. But hit it in a bit later on. You've got Quets later on. Don't forget, you've got Matt the Ref's New Year's Eve stream. You've got Ash's Christmas special the day before on the 30th of December. My Christmas special on Boxing Day, the 26th of December. And before all that, I'm back on Tuesday, not with a Quizmas Day, but a bit of a wordy special. Wheel of Fortunes and Countdown. Should be huge amounts of fun. A bit more of a chill stream. It's all been quite intense. And 11:30 BST. Thank you very much, Toadboy. We're not on BST, we're on GMT. I'm assuming you mean GMT. So that's about an hour and 10 from now for Toadboy if you want to go play Hit It. So I'm back on Tuesday with a chill stream, Wheel of Fortune and Countdown, which should be a huge amount of fun. Wednesday, Ash is back with the 8th day of Quizmas, then the 9th day of Quizmas on Friday on his channel over there. Oh, about 10 minutes from now. Okay, fine. So 10 minutes from now, I'll post it again. Hit It with Toadboy. So head over there now. They're probably about to go live for Hit It, if you fancy that. Pop on over there. And then I am back not only on Tuesday, but next Saturday with 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th day of Quizmas. More fun, more games, more trivia, and more prizes, which will be my last Saturday before Christmas. And then I've got my last one before Christmas on the Tuesday. I'm really excited about everything that's coming up in the next few weeks. I hope you've enjoyed Red Herrings tonight. I had a blast writing the questions. I've had a blast hosting, and I hope you're all keeping well and safe and have had a good time. It's been splendid talking to you all. For now, though, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Be splendid to each other. Congratulations to Lupine, Now Cut That Out, and most recently Storm Vision. I'll be in touch with you in due course. Take care. Peace out. And I'll see you soon. Good night. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Good night and sweet dreams.